Hello friends, welcome to educators.com. I am Preeti Rathi. In last video, we have seen arrays, pointers and three-dimensional array. Now in this video, we will discuss about string in C. The topics which we are going to cover are strings in C, memory allocation in string, string and character pointer. Then we will check out difference between string and character pointer. Then we have some built-in function of string, so we'll go through that and we'll check example of that. Now string in C. The way a group of integers can be stored in an integer array, similarly a group of characters can be stored in a character array. That character array is called as string. A string constant is a one-dimensional array of character which always terminated by a null, that is \0. For example, we can declare character array with different character in single quotes which ends with \0. Now each character in an array occupies 1 byte of memory and the last character is \0, which is called as null character. Now this null character is not same as 0. The ASCII value of null character is 0, whereas ASCII value of 0 is 48. So the elements of the correct character array are stored in continuous memory location because this is again an array. The terminating null is important because it is the only way a function will come to know end of a string. But if we initialize a character array directly with a string in double quotes, then we don't have to explicitly specify \0. It will be inserted implicitly, the way it is shown in this diagram. Now string and character pointer. Suppose we want to store a value as a hello, then we can store the value as a character array as well as we can use pointer to the string, that is a character pointer which directly points to the whole string. But these two declarations are a bit different and we have some constraints in the declaration when we have character array. So that we'll check out through this example. Like here, as shown here, we cannot assign a string to another string as well as we cannot reinitialize string after defining it. But if we go for pointer, character pointer, we can achieve it. Like we have str1 as a hello and character *s as good morning. So this s can be stored into q also, but str1 cannot be assigned to str2. Similarly, str1 cannot be reinitialized to some different value, but pointer to the character pointer can be assigned to the another string, because that string is holding a different memory and this pointer is just holding address of the new memory, which is perfectly fine. If we want to assign one string to another string, we have to assign one by one character to the another array of similar location. Now we have some built-in function in string. Like we have strlen, which finds the length, strlwr, which gives the string in a lowercase. If it is strupr, it converts it to the uppercase. strcat, which will do the concatenation, that is appends the string. Similarly, we have strncat, which appends first n character. strcpy, which copies the first n character to one string into another. CMP stands for comparing two strings. If it is strncmp, it compares first n character. Then strcmpi compares two string without regard to the case. Means it will ignore the case. Then we got strnicmp compares first n character of two string without bothering about case. Then strdup, which duplicates the string. Strchr finds first occurrence of given string in a given character in a string. Then we got strrchr finds last occurrence of a given character in a string. strstr finds first occurrence of the given string in another string. Similarly, if it is strset, which sets all character of string to a given character. strnset sets first n character to a string to a given character. strrev, that is reverse, it reverses the string. So now we will check out all this concept practically. In this example, if we have a character array initialized to something, then we can use this strlength to get the length of the string. Then we have strcpy, which will copy one source to the target. Similarly, if it is strcat, then it will concatenate source to the target. Now all these functions are available in string.h header file, so we have to include that header file, then only we can use these functions. Let's try this practically. Here again we have included stdio.h and conio.h, which are the header files. Main is the entry point of our application. Now as we have seen, string can be assigned, can be considered as an array of character. So this is just like initialization. So size is not mandatory. Here directly I can specify the value. Say I have given value as hello. Now if I want to display this, then in printf we have to use %s. So this way we will get the output. String can be displayed using %s. Now as we have seen, if we initialize it directly with the value, then \0 will be added as an end character automatically. If I want to find out the number of characters in this array, then we can go for read one by one character till it returns \0. Ends with \0, we'll check out length of it. For that we will take a counter which will be initialized to 0. Then we will have while condition, that is str of count, which starts from 0, is not equal to \0, as \0 is the end of the string. So till it won't go to \0, we will go on incrementing counter. And once \0 is reached, that means string is over and will display the length. %d, and count is holding the length. Now you can see here length is 5 displayed. So this way we can take the help of this concept that string ends with \0 to find out length and work with the string. Now similarly we have built-in functions already created which are present in a string.h. So we can directly include string.h header file and can use these functions. For example, here I'll display the length using function strlen. So here I'll have strlen of str. So we'll get the value as 5. These built-in functions are available which directly we can use. If we want to reverse the string, then we can display it using function strrev, that is reverse. So the value is reversed over here, OLLEH. This way we can reverse it. Now if I want concatenation function to be used, concat is nothing but the append. So here we can have concat str with another string. Another string I can take as a variable, or I can just directly give the value. So we can see the reverse string is concatenated because the string is already reversed, and after that we are calling concat on that. So this way we can use built-in function which are present into string.h. Now as we have discussed, we can initialize string or store a string in character pointer also. So we'll check out that practically. If we have a character pointer, so this pointer also can hold the value. Say I'll store here all. Now when I store a value in a pointer, we have seen that we can even change the value this way, reinitialize it. It is ptr equal to something else, something, say done. So here we can reinitialize this, and after reinitialization if I'll display, I'll get the value. %s, and I'll put ptr here. So time being, I'll comment all the other things just for simplicity. This count is also not used here, so I'll comment that also. So we can reinitialize it. After reinitialization we got the new value. But if I try to reinitialize str, so this is not possible. If I'll make it something else, say xyz, so we'll get compile time error. Right? That is L value required. That means if it is character array, we cannot reinitialize it, but using pointer, character pointer, we can. Because character pointer is holding just the address of a string. When we reinitialize, a new array of character, that is a string, is created, and the same pointer is going to point to the new one. But if we want to initialize a character array to a new value, then one by one character we have to initialize. That is character at the 0th location, then first, then second, like this. Similarly, we cannot have a character array, say str1 of 20, and we cannot say str1 of 21 equal to str. Means we cannot assign one string to another if it is character array directly in one step. So it will give us error, that is L value required, right? Again, if we need this initialization, then one by one character we need to initialize. But if it is about pointer, we can directly do it. That is, if I have character ptr1, character star of ptr1, then this ptr1 can be assigned as ptr, because this is just one address assignment. If I'll compile this, it won't give any error. These warnings are because we haven't used these variables. So here we can see that if it is a character array, we cannot reinitialize them. Character array cannot be assigned from one array to another directly. It should be one by one element of the character array. But if it is pointer, then directly we can reinitialize, as well as we can assign one character pointer to the another, which is holding array address, because it is just one address. So this way we have seen what is string, which is an array of character. It ends with the \0. Then we have seen with %s we can display it. We can use string, assign string to character pointer also, and we have seen the difference also. We have seen the facility that it ends with \0. We can use for different functionalities. But again, we have built-in functions also, which are present in a string.h header file. If we include that directly, those functions can be used. That is strlength, reverse concatenation, uppercase, lowercase, etc. So in this video, we have seen all details about string. Now in next tutorial, we will check out structures. Thank you.